and now speaking of the top of the heavyweight division are the Klitschko brothers, Vladimir and Vitaly Klitschko. What can you do that others have not done in the past?
Well, the big thing of these guys, they have very good amateur careers. They know how to box. They know how to make the adjustment. They big guys, and they use their size real well, and they just so happen to have good coaches, especially Evander Stewart. Evander Stewart is the reason why he a big part of the reason why these guys held on to the title now, because he didn't do nothing but change one thing in their life. And that one thing that he did, he told them, hold. When you get close and you get hit with a hard shot, hold. And so I remember time these guys wouldn't hold you. If you catch them, they would just try to go defense. And eventually you catch them, even when they go in defense. Now they hold you, and the referee let them hold, which is to their advantage. If somebody bigger than you and they grab you and hold you, then you can't hit them no more. In general, but that's what Emmanuel brought to them. But for skill-wise and stuff like this, the guys, they good fighters. But I don't want to tell you what the things that I know that they flaws, because I know somebody listening. Somebody gonna tell them. So,
I won't tell.
I know, but yeah, all them people who listen to this show, they gonna say, you know what? You're absolutely right. I think I take that myself. So I'm telling you, when you live as long as I, you study fights, and there's nobody out there who stay there forever. Because you know what? Because you got experts that are pick it apart and eventually show a person what would be to their advantage to how they can take you. And that's the reason why you have to give people credit who've been fighting for a long time and been able to stay there, because, with these slow motion and all this, people watch the best. And so when people watch the best, they can make adjustments. They realize you got two legs and two hands just like them. How many things can you do when you just punching? You throw uppercut, you throw the right hand, all the different angles. You understand with the angles, but who can do it? Who can take the punch? And so it takes faith in being all that you can be.
And so now, Evander, you're fighting on November 5th against Sherman Williams and at the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit, Michigan. Sherman Williams is a guy who won 9 out of his last 10 fights. Talk about what Williams brings to this fight.
You talk about what?
What Sherman Williams brings to this fight.
Well, with me, I don't too much, base things on my opponent. I have to base things, me doing all the things that I know I could do, and I feel that, I feel that when I'm at my very best, there ain't nobody that I can't beat. So I have to put myself in a position where that I'm in shape enough and be able to make the adjustment that's necessary to stay in the fight. Because, the first thing I do, let myself down if I get to thinking about my opponent so much. Because, all of them got two hands and all of them can hit hard. And all of them tend to be bigger than I. But the whole big thing is that this world is not run by big people or small people. This world is run by people who apply what they know. And so if I can just apply what I know, then I know what I know could be more than what they know. And my win comes by that.
Now, you talked about your faith and how your faith has led you throughout your whole career. Do you feel like, and this may not be a fair question, but do you feel like that this is almost your destiny to become undisputed champion again?
Well, yes, I do believe that, and all this is my choice. And one of the most important things that a lot of times people don't realize on this earth, we've been given we've been given the authority to make choices on this earth. We make what happens on this earth, and it's up to us. And and so if we tend to let somebody come in our life and give us these conflicting decision about, oh, you can get hurt, you get this. What would this world be if we believe everything that people say? Because the part of the con game is to tell somebody you can't do that. You put in a doubt in somebody's mind, it make it a little harder because they got that doubt in their mind. But we all have the right to have goals and set goals for ourselves. And some people gonna believe it because everybody gonna get tested because there's always gonna be somebody say you can't do it. It's always gonna be somebody that say you can, and somebody gonna say you made it before you even made it. And if you believe that, then you don't work as hard as the person who feels that they got to work. And so, in all these situations that we as people, we challenge each other about our faith and knowing what we were called to do and know what we was trained to do, know what we choose to do. In all these situations, it's a decision that we make as human beings on this earth to be the very best that we could be, that the next generation will have something to strive for. If then nobody have nothing to strive for, we'll be complacent people.
Now, is it almost God's will for you? Do you believe it's almost God's will for you to be the undisputed champion at some point?
Well, I believe God give us a choice. He do give us a choice. He didn't say, Evander, you got to box. He don't say, Evander, you got to get up in the morning and run. But he said, but if you, for whatever you do in love, you do it for the right reason. But I just feel that in being the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, it allowed the people to understand that God is still in the living business. He still bless plans. If you got a plan, God will bless it if it's going to benefit people. And I realize that, of course, when I do this, I get to tell the people, I told you I was going to do it. Yeah, and because there's a lot of people in life don't become who they are because they let somebody else determine their destination to what they're supposed to be. We don't choose as people, nobody. We don't choose our parents. We don't choose our neighborhood. We don't choose our skin color. We don't choose our size. But that's the hand that we were dealt with. But we have to learn how to appreciate the hand that we dealt with and make the very best of that. And so this is what it is, because one of the most important things in me believing that I could become who I am, it's like I fought George Foreman. George Foreman was 45, and he 45 when I was 29. And so, and he made the distance. Then, no, he was 42. He was 42 when he fought me. Then when he turned 45, 3 years after later, he didn't beat me, but he turned around and beat Michael Morris. He beat the guy who beat me. He beat the guy, I beat George, but then George turned around and beat the guy who beat me and became the oldest heavyweight champion of the world, because he just didn't quit. Now everybody said it was pretty much stupid, but he was getting tore up the whole time. And all of a sudden, the guy disrespected him, came a little too close and stayed there a little too long and got hit. And that was it. And he became the oldest heavyweight champion of the world. Now, he did that, and George was nearly in good a shape than I was, and he won it. So you'll find that in life is somebody always doing something to inspire somebody to take it to the next level. And I think it's people talk about where this country have come from. Now, if we look at all the technology, there's all these new technologies and all this, the cell phone and all this, and people have to say, oh, the technologies make this world better. Okay, then in the same technology that that had transformed us for its communication and all this, then what have transformed us as people by health? Man, we got better products than we used to have. We got better equipment. We got all this. And today, because of that equipment, my knees ain't messed up. Because of the different chiropractor and massages and all these different things that I do, now everybody want me to act like I'm back in the day. That I can't do that. I'm not hurt. My knees ain't hurt. What's the point of all these exams they make you go through to make sure that everything is right with you? All these things, they have made me do these things all my years of my whole life. And now now they're gonna say, well, that shouldn't allow you to be fight now. Why wouldn't it? If everything that would produce in life to make you have a better life, so that got to give you more shelf time. That give you more time. It's just like in football, with Brad Park. I'm telling you, look, he older, he can do that now. But people don't think about it. The equipment and all this that he got better equipment than they used to have. And so, if you got better things, better knowledge and all this, it's supposed to make your life longer. People tell me, at 65, I'm gonna still be young. I won't be boxing, but I'll be doing something with my life, and you better believe I won't be thinking about sitting down and like this. I just think I'm supposed to live more than 100 years because you know what? I have a good life, and I have applied the knowledge that was here to be better.
Now, Evander, real quickly, the fight is November 15th at Detroit Joe Louis Arena. It will be on pay-per-view, correct?
No, it's going to be on. I think it's going to be on ESPN. It's going to be on ESPN. We're going another route. We feeding the kids for every person that's join in this. We gonna feed 5 people because it's and the fight in Detroit is not just Evander fighting the fight, but Evander's fighting to help the hunger in Detroit, and so this is another way to get the people to understand that out of humanity, this is. I grew up in neighborhood just as Detroit, and without someone.
We got another 10 seconds, sir.
Okay, yeah, and without this, I wouldn't be who I am. So all this is going to not just help me, but help the crisis that's going on in Detroit.
Now,